Okay, gonna try this again here. Um, October 31st, it's Halloween, and actually Reformation Day. Different thing for Christian Lutheran calendar. Um, World Series is over. Nationals won. The closest thing I have to a Nationals hat is my presidential hat with a DC. So go Nationals. Good for them. Glad they won. Really great story. Just listening in. Anyways, um, putting away some of my hats here for the season. They're gonna go in my box up here for my off-season non-Chicago hats. So I have a whole separate bin for Cubs hats downstairs. Anyway, sorry. So got Braves hat, Orioles hat. Those are my two on the field hats. Brooklyn Dodgers vintage heritage hat. Uh, Indians, Rockies, and who are these? Phillies. Pearl hats, and then garbage hat. Especially today, remembering of today, garbage hat. So these will go away. They're done for the season. And I will be looking for more non-Cubs hats in the off season to get ready for the upcoming season. I want to get more. I want to get a all navy Atlanta hat, maybe some more Braves hats, an Oakland A's hat, maybe a Nats hat, Mariners hat. Who else was on my list? I think that was really it. Oh, and an Angels hat. Sergio says, "What's up?" Who's Sergio? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I am. So I put away my off-season baseball hats. Doing some room cleaning. Should have done this kind of video earlier in the day, but whatever. Um, did he see the news that it's completely snowing in Chicago? Let him know that. Um, hold on, let me let him know that. I can text him. We have that. We have the technology for that kind of stuff. Hold on, this is worth it. No, there it is. I got almost 4 inches of snow. No way am I trick. Nope, not truck, trick or. Nice, nice. Um, that Cubs hat is okay looking. Let me look it up again just to see it again because Hat Club had some really good Cubs hats a while ago where they had like the 1908 World Series patch and uh, some other cool, more uh, retro logos, more older logos, but they don't anymore really. I mean, they have the 1914 hat, but yeah, this was a 94 hat. They only used this logo from 94 until 96 or 98. And I I mean, I might get it eventually. There's no rush for me. Um um I don't think I showed it to anyone on Instagram or anywhere, but where is it? Because where did I put it? Oh, screenshot. Um, Hat Club, no, Fanatics slash Lids, same thing. Dropped a very nice NBA hat that kind of been waiting for a long time. And this team has had other cool retro logos, but there was one that I was really looking for, and someone on this Twitter feed thread of hats finally found it, and it's a bad glare purple looking jazz hat with the retro 90s mountain logo. So that is what I'm going to be getting soon. I just got to wait for the right code for Fanatics, and then I can get another college hat and then free shipping. That's what I've been waiting for. There was a code that was active last night. I used Honey. It's a like a plugin for um, for Chrome, and it like searches the internet for codes. Really useful. I just didn't jump on the good code to get 20% discount and free shipping. So my bad. I always wait too long. And the World Series was going on, so was kind of a little preoccupied. Um, I wanted to read through my notes about my prediction at the beginning of the season for the AL and NL because I meant to do a whole video of um, what my predictions were going to be for the upcoming season. I'm going to do a whole video series on it, and never happened. Had a lot of surgery. Snow. So let's read through some of my predictions from 20 my AL 2019 predictions. Starting in the East, looking at the Orioles, still stuck with Davis. Womp womp. He had a really bad start to the season. I think I did a whole thing about predicting the records. So let me see if I can get to the standings here. Okay, 2019 standings. Yeah, I was right. Orioles were gonna have a 100-loss season. That was a big shocker. Yeah, my note here kind of already forgot who the prospects they traded away for in the Manny and Britton trade. 2019 suggestions / homework. Win more games than last year. This past year they won 54, and I'm pretty sure in 2018 they didn't. Oh wait, actually they did. In 2018 they won 47 games, and in 2019 they won 54. So that's I predicted it right. Look at that. Number 2 was the Yankees. Evil Empire is growing. It did. I mean, they got plagued with injuries. I forget who got injured. My suggestion was, and their homework was to trade for a starting pitcher as Sabathia was announcing his retirement. They didn't really do anything at the trade deadline, so that was also a reason why they couldn't get past the Astros. And then I wrote here, as we would say in marching band during cold weather competitions, warm air starts now, like 5 hours before the performance. Applies to Stanton adjusting to the cold during the start of the season because he had a bad start to New York when he first started. He was used to the Miami weather, couldn't adjust to the cold of New York. Rays, will you sustain your bullpen starting antics and then putting your starting pitcher in? They kind of did, and they got to the ALDS, so I think they did pretty good. Decent lineup with Zuno, Meadows, was huge this year, especially for fantasy for me. I mean, not absolutely huge, but I think he did pretty good. So yeah, they did really good. So I said that suggestion. Actually, a 90-win season is impressive. Just do something more to get noticed from the shadows of the Northeast powerhouses. LOL, JK, that won't happen. I was wrong about that one. And the Rays did win more than 90 games. Actually, okay, so I think a lot of people had it wrong with the Red Sox. Because I had them winning the East, and that was completely wrong. I had Rays at 92 wins, so I wasn't completely off. If I go over, that doesn't count because we're playing Prices Right rules here. If you make a guess, you know, if your guess is 92, but they only won 90 games, you're wrong. Just completely wrong. That's how it works in Prices Right. Great game show. So that's how we're gonna do it here. Sam had a good year. Yeah, I didn't pay attention too much. Then looking at the Blue Jays, yeah, Blue Jays also didn't have a good year. They got a little bit more wins than they didn't have 100-loss season, so that was pretty good for them. Suggestions, really not sure at this point. I guess go full bottom out by trading Stroman. I predicted the Stroman trade, guys. I predicted it. I have not touched these things. Like, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this now just to let y'all know. Oh, that's hilarious. Calling the Stroman trade in March. That's hilarious. And Morales. I said that they would trade, but I don't think they traded him. So okay, that's a huge win for me. Red Sox. I'm saying you won't the world. You won the World Series, so I guess try to repeat and get a closer. They left Kimbrel because they didn't want to pay him, and Cubs are stuck paying him. So they were right not to pay Kimbrel. So yeah, so the East was a little bit interesting. Interesting about Encarnacion. He's a really good player. Well, I guess not good enough for the Yankees. Twins, nice job taking Shoop from the Brewers. That was fantastic. Here we go. So it looks like Nelson Cruz decided to go from a rainy city to a cold, snowy city for his retirement at 38. Cruz is still good. Last season, 256 batting average, 37 home runs, and 97 RBIs. And actually, let's look at Cruz to see how he finished the season. That'd be really interesting to see. Depth chart. DH. Nelson Cruz. So this year, yeah, he did better. He had a 311 batting average, 41 home runs, 108 RBIs, and 392 on base percentage. So that's really good for being 30 now. He turned 39 in July. So that's like really good. I think they picked Cruz back up for another option. Yeah. Okay. What homework did I give them? 2019 homework, a team of inconsistency is not preferable for players. Either be a World Series contender each year or be on the outside of the wild card race. Pick one. Let's see, what else do we have here? Royals picked up Billy Hamilton. Gore, he was a really good pinch runner for the Cubs. All right, I'm gonna have to actually end the video here, so we'll do this another time. So I'll go into more predict or recapping later on. So maybe tomorrow. So sorry to end it abruptly.